It is a result, namely, of billions of years of evolutionary history that forms a set of relationships between living organisms and their environment. Humans depend on this web. Not only because it provides us with food such as fish, but also because the ocean, among other functions, is a regulator of global climate, along with the organisms that live in it. However, nature's purpose is not to serve human needs for goods and services. It is a system where all beings continue to live, reproduce and evolve, providing they coexist in balance with each other. Imagine a giant Jenga. It is certain that at some point, by disturbing the balance of any of the elements, it will affect all other organisms, including humans, in a definitive and irreversible way. What remains unknown is a specific element and the moment it will occur. Within this web, the ocean is a big recycler. It traps carbon dioxide and converts it to nutrients and oxygen. To ensure this capability, the web of biodiversity must retain the balance of all its elements, that is, all animal and plant species of the sea. Marine mammals are at the top of the food web, acting as regulators of the marine environment. As top predators, they attack the schools of their prey by first capturing all the easy targets, individuals who stand out from the school either because they are vulnerable due to disease or genetic deformities, or they swim slower, or they differ in coloring. If marine mammals disappear, diseases will spread uncontrollably among their prey, and the imbalance of the ecosystem will grow significantly. This will lead to a possible collapse and a lowering of the level of biodiversity and even greater instability. The presence of marine mammals is an indicator and is related to the overall health of the marine environment. It is a factor that provides health and stability of enormous importance for the balance of the web of life on Earth. It is, however, threatened by human activities that affect marine mammals. Although people exploit and enjoy the sea, they also cause damage and lead many marine species to extinction. As far as fisheries are concerned, if we continue to fish at the same rate, it is likely that by 2050 we will have eliminated most of the marine species caught today. Fishing, shipping, coastal development generated by tourism, and the exploitation of undersea mineral wealth often constitute threats for marine life itself, as well as for the planet overall. According to the most modest calculations of the United Nations for global population growth, consumption, and climate change, humanity will need another planet by 2030 to cover its needs, unless we take action soon. illegal fishing, overfishing. The use of nets that trap and choke marine mammals, the use of dynamite, the intentional killing of marine mammals due to actual or supposed damage goes to fishing gear and the catches. All these testify that fish stocks will soon be exhausted, and along with them species such as the Mediterranean monk seal, the bottlenose dolphin, the common dolphin, and the harbor porpoise will be extinct. Plastic debris that ends up in the sea as waste constitutes a significant threat to marine ecosystems. It is estimated that out of 200 million tons of plastic produced each year, 5% ends up in the sea. Consequently, fish and marine mammals mistake it for food, swallow it, thus blocking their digestive system and causing either suffocation or death of starvation with terrible pains. Chemical and toxic elements consumed by the animals pass from their digestive systems into the food web and are ultimately consumed by humans. Mining for natural resources, oil extraction, extensive noise pollution caused by the hydrocarbon survey devices, oil spills, chemicals and pesticides from land crops have all for decades systematically polluted the sea and have damaged the marine ecosystem, causing the decline of marine mammals in numbers as well as individuals' health. Viruses among them are no longer rare. Man-made noise also poses a deadly threat to marine mammals. Sound travels in water 3 times faster than in air, much clearer and farther than light. Marine mammals are equipped with navigation and tracking systems that produce and capture sounds, which help them track food, communicate in the dark, and defend themselves against threats. Consequently, noise causes enormous stress and injuries to them that can often be fatal. The fact that a whale in Argentina needs to be capable to hear a sound that will be produced by another whale in Africa indicates that sound plays a key role in the life of cetaceans. Artificial man-made sounds destroy their auditory environment and often cause mass strandings of cetaceans. In 996, during naval exercises, such an event of global significance occurred in our neighborhood when NATO military sonars caused the death of 21 Cuvier-beaked whales that washed up in Parisiakos Gulf. Collision with large vessels, noise pollution from their engines, as well as seismic surveys used to detect hydrocarbon deposits also affect marine mammals. Anything that causes disturbance, temporary or permanent hearing loss, internal or external injuries, forces the populations of marine mammals away from feeding and breeding grounds, with unknown consequences for themselves and potentially disastrous for other species. Finally, climate change is another serious threat to many marine species, as it will bring about significant changes to their ecosystem and all those parameters that are vital for their survival. To this day, over 500 sea caves have been recorded in Greek seas, which are used as shelters by the Mediterranean monk seals, while 200 of them are classified as reproductive refuge, where Mediterranean monk seals give birth, nurture, and raise their youngsters each year. The rise of sea level due to the phenomenon of climate change may lead to immediate loss of these critical ecosystems and could eventually lead to their final extinction. The threats marine mammals face are but one of many signs of a progressive and erosive disease that impacts on ecosystems and natural heritage of Greece, the Mediterranean, and the planet. Although many international, European, and national laws provide for the protection of species, the Natura 2000 network, originally established to protect important species and habitats in Europe, has proved inadequate in terms of identifying marine areas requiring protection. As a result, legally protected marine areas constitute a mere 6.12% of Greek territorial waters, mainly consisting of coastal areas that cetaceans rarely traverse, and which in addition are not adequately interconnected and do not provide cohesive protection corridors. The state must consciously ensure the implementation of existing legislation, take effective conservation measures, and encourage research on marine mammal populations in Greece.